Hello, what is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? We're back with another edition of Commander, of course. What else would it be? So, I've seen that people have said that we have not posted the most competitive Sen Triplet games, and unfortunately that's true. It's sort of true. They've had the potential to be good games, but my opponents decided to quit rather early for one reason or another. He's never heard of Sen Triplets. Isn't his commander from the same block as Sen Triplets? The same set? Anyways, we're against Thraximundar, who is very good. Oh, my opponent is very sincere, I hope. It's okay. It's not as good as you think it is, to be honest. We're going to keep this hand as 1 mana, but it's got a... Well, that was not a good draw. Hopefully there's a land in the top 3 of our deck, please. Alright. Not the worst. So we can... Let's think about this. Mana Crypt, top, Talisman. That seems pretty good. So we don't have a land, so if we get like Shatterstorm or something, we're going to be super unhappy. But this is the artifact centralness of the deck. Alright, we're going to do it like this. Saying I don't know if you guys realize that, but when you're watching someone do public speaking or making a video of some kind, hearing a lot of is very, very distracting and very unbecoming. You don't want to hear that a lot. So it's one of those things that you actually need to actively think about, and there's the try not do, because if you've ever heard someone do it, if you actually listen to somebody talk and actually pay attention to what they say, it's very distracting. It's one of the things we learn in school when we're counseling patients is do not say we actually lost points for doing that. So there that is. Also, I noticed I've watched some Call of Duty videos on YouTube. I don't know if many of you watch Call of Duty. I used to play it a bunch before I went back to school. And the game is still pretty fun, but the people I used to play with, my friends, they don't really play it a lot anymore, and that isn't as fun to me, just not play the game with my friends. That's kind of the social aspect, and playing with random players who just you can't rely on is not fun. So we want 4 mana, we're supposed to drop this 3 in Dynamo, and then the Sen Triplets. But I've noticed a lot of people playing Call of Duty, or making Call of Duty videos, say like, oh man, that's like. Like is another one of those words you want to avoid if you're trying to talk in public, or if, for any reason, honestly, because it's like, it just, it's so bad. Listen to someone talk, or listen to yourself talk when you're talking in the conversation with a friend or a family member. If you say like a whole bunch, it's very obvious once you start to pay attention to it. So we've got the big mana ram with Sen Triplets. Posted a couple videos with Sen Triplets. We're playing against Thraximundar, who's there's the now you guys are gonna judge my videos based on how many times I say or like. So maybe I shot myself in the foot, but we'll try to do our best to avoid that. I think we can play Tezzeret plus Gilded Lotus. Yeah, Gilded Lotus is so good. Tezzeret makes Gilded Lotus free, because he untaps 3 mana plus whatever I want to do. And he's got no counter spells. I think my opponent's not playing the best Thraximundar deck. I actually played a Thraximundar guy. He plays Thraximundar a bunch, and he's got really good decks. He quit early this time. I tucked his Thraximundar after he took Sen Triplets, because Sen Triplets isn't the best card, honestly. People are scared of it, and honestly, it is annoying to get your card stolen, but the chances of this actually happening, this card dies to so much. It dies Lightning Bolt, dies to a lot of things, and if you don't actually have something you can steal, like if you're playing a mono green deck and they don't have lands, you just cast a 5 mana Hill Giant, basically. Oh, Venser Sliver. We've talked about this, so we're gonna hold up mana now. We're gonna hold up mana drain. I'm like kind of not focusing on this game too much, which is interesting because I want to, but I want to talk about things in general. One of the things I heard, if you guys have heard of Michael Jacob, he streams a lot on Twitch TV. He's pretty popular there. One of the things he said was that doing live commentary is much easier than than doing a recorded commentary on Magic the Gathering Online for YouTube or for whatever. And I was trying to not argue, but make a point in his chat that that's completely untrue. Because for my personal experience, at least, doing a live commentary takes a lot more effort because not only do you have to play the game, you have to actually think about what it is that you're doing while playing the game and think about things to talk about. So I have to actually constantly think about what I want to talk about, make the plays I want to talk about, and then do them. So it's a lot more confusing, but it's a lot more involved than people give it credit. He said that doing a live commentary was half the work of doing a recorded one because you're just doing it as you go along. But when you do a recorded commentary, you actually have to play the game and then go back and then record over it, which is, to be honest, it's easier because A, you know what happened. You already played that game. And B, you don't have to actively think about what to talk about while you're playing the game, so your focus and your attention is not divided when you're doing that. And he's a sensationalist person, so he tends to make these kind of hyperbole statements. He believes it. I'm assuming he actually believes what he's saying, but in this case, he's like completely off base. I've made hundreds of YouTube videos. I can tell you that recording a video is actually a lot easier. I don't know why I put that. See what I mean? I'm not actually thinking about what I'm doing. I'm trying, but it's pretty hard. And hopefully my opponent's not getting mad. I'm 4 mana. Oh my god, I'm so slow. There you have it. So, can we actually cast Omniscience? I think we can. Right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we just cast Omniscience, like straight up. This is silly. Yeah, so much. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Well, we can't cast our general. I guess we can. We don't have the black mana. We do. So let's do that. We'll do this. I think that'll do it. We'll cast our general. Get black, blue, white. Ooh, perfect. Else is on top of our deck. Oh, we can't. So let's do Thought Odell and pass the turn. So we've got the artifacts out. Tezzeret's doing his job, untapping artifacts. And I still like the dual deck Tezzeret so much better than the original art Tezzeret. The original art Tezzeret, it looks so goofy to me. So another question I had of you guys is Twitter. Twitter's not a thing I'm a fan of, but I know a lot of the people who make YouTube videos and want to keep in contact with their subscribers and viewers in general make YouTube channel, or not Twitter, Twitter videos. That sucks. Another failed attempt at making a competitive game. Let me finish my thought on Twitter. So, do you guys like Twitter? Do you want me to make a Twitter for this channel so you can be updated on, or you want to interact with me a little bit easier than making YouTube comments? I'm not really sure. I'm not a huge Twitter fan, so leave a comment, let me know. Also, as far as the competitive Sen Triplets game, I think Sen Triplets, I've had a few, I would say probably, I could count on 2 hands the amount of competitive games where we were going back and forth on this deck. But unfortunately, once you cast Sen Triplets and they can't answer it, people will quit. So there is value in showing you guys that if you want to play a Sen Triplets deck on Magic Online and maybe in your play groups, probably if you're playing 4-player, you're going to get hated out. If I'm doing this in a 4-player game, I can tell you this much. I was playing with Tarasco, aka Conqueror Commander, a couple nights ago, and I actually had no pressure, but I was just ramping out with artifacts. So I had Mana Crypt, I had a bunch of artifacts. Mana Crypt, Mana Vault, I had Tezzeret, but I had no pressure. There's not a lot of pressure in this deck. I kind of wanted to just play a bunch of artifacts, so we've got some Planeswalkers to back that up. You're going to get hated out. when you cast Sen Triplets, people are going to either concede if they can't answer it or get really upset and concede not too long after because like he didn't have any blue banners that kind of sucked, and I had a bunch of ramp, and I mean my hand wasn't insane. I had a demonic tutor, so I get whatever I wanted, but I wasn't about to do that. I'd rather leave demonic tutor for something that I could actually really want. So this might be the last Sen Triplets video for a while. I know someone said they actually like Sen Triplets a lot. I'll probably do the deck tech and try to make it quick. It's similar to Marike, sort of. It's more artifact themed, doesn't have the untap theme. And I have all the artifact lands in Esper because they work with the Tezzeret Infinite Bolus. Don't ask me this again. This is one of the cards. One of the reasons I made this deck is because I wanted to play with Tezzeret because he's so sweet, and I haven't actually shown you a video with him. But people, they're going to concede really early, especially on Magic Online, because they don't want to get their hand. They don't want to get Thoughtseize, basically. Plus, not only do you Thoughtseize them, but you actually cast the spell. So I tried to make this like a fun value deck with artifacts. So I got all these artifacts, like Baleful Strix, who's not a very high impact card in 40 life format, but he does his job. I cut a few cards recently. I haven't touched this deck too much recently, but actually haven't played it much. So I'm going to bring you guys something else next time. Sorry if you didn't like this deck, you didn't think it was like the best videos, because I don't think this deck produces the best videos. I have to play and live commentate over 6 to 7 videos to probably get one that was a back and forth, and like I said, I don't cherry pick. I just show you guys what I play when I record, and if you can see the sample size of me recording, a lot of early concessions. I did post one recorded video, but a lot of times Magic Online doesn't actually save what you've played. You have this games tab, and they don't always save what you've played. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But Sanctum Gargoyle, he's a pretty sweet card. Anyways, thanks for listening to me rant. I'm sorry that the Sen Triplets deck did not bring the most exciting games. So I think what you can expect is either you're going to get blown out by like earlier ramp from like Azusa, or someone's going to counter all your spells for the mono blue deck, and then you're not going to be able to play much because Sen Triplets doesn't have it. I mean, it has some counters. It has counter spells, but it's not built around it. It has some wraths, not built around wraths. And it has some black tutors, but it's not built around just tutoring for the best answer. It's kind of an in-between of all of those things. But I like it. I think it's fun if you want to just do artifacts, and you don't want to just go the Shroom route. Shroom tends to draw even more hate because Shroom is a little bit broken. But anyways, I think I've kind of talked in circles now, so hopefully you enjoyed the series. If you want to see more Sen Triplets, let me know, and I'll try harder to get better games. But I've been doing my best as far as actually recording. You see, I talked about a lot of subjects to start the game, and to talk about those subjects over and over, trying to get a good game, it's not very easy. So like Michael Jacobs said, live commentary is easy. That is completely untrue. I don't know where he thinks that. It takes half the time to do live commentary, sure, but if you want to do half time to do live commentary that matters, I'm not so sure about that. Also, maybe constructed standard and modern is a little bit different, but it's definitely harder. If you've talked to people who live stream, they say they usually play it worse when they live stream because they're talking and they're making mistakes. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed my rant. Happy Easter. Teddy had a great time. So, love you guys all, and I'll see you next time. Post some comments about what I talked about. And, I'll see you next time with a fun deck. Bye.